many of you are animal lovers? Do the SPCA commercials put you in a bad mood? Imagine being locked up in a tiny cage with no knowledge of where you are or why you're there. Then imagine yourself being yanked out of the cage, your hair body shaved off, and being jabbed with needle after needle, or being rubbed with ointment after ointment, only to feel the burning sensation take over your entire body until it bleeds. Also, or you could imagine getting a liquid squeezed into your eye and watching your vision slowly go away until you go blind. A dangerous situation that can take away the lives or leave animals with terrible features is animal testing. Although animal testing has helped with curing some diseases, there are more ethical and humane ways to test these products that don't hurt animals. Animal research is an experimentation carried out on animals. It is used to evaluate how safe or effective everything is, from cosmetics to medications. Scientists argue that they must have animal testing in order to cure some diseases for humans. However, statistics have shown that testing on animals has done more harm than it has good, because many times the solutions that are injected into the animals don't even work. Animal and human bodies form differently, which makes the animal body react differently than a human would. So what is the reason for murdering harmless animals if you're unsure that the product will work anyways? Studies also show that animals feel more pain from toxic chemicals than human organs would. According to the PETA website, animal testing does not only kill or hurt animals, it is also a huge waste of our own money. When the drug morphine was given to cats, the reaction was unanimous. All the felines were given so much energy that they were unable to move. However, when morphine is given to humans, it has the exact opposite reaction, and humans are forced to be calm. Also, there's been over 85 HIV/AIDS vaccines that have been tested on animals, and not one of them was successful. Also, oral contraceptives that are given for women have been proven to cause blood clots, but when they were given to dogs, they had the exact opposite reaction. All these statistics prove that animal testing is unreliable. Around 1 million animals die each year from these tests, whether it's prior death due to harsh living conditions when they're forced into those little cages, or if it's due to the testing themselves. When animal testing comes to mind, most of us are thinking of rats or bunnies that are being harmed. But what we don't know is that several other animals become victim to this issue also, such as dogs, cats, horses, monkeys, and birds. In the process of these experiments, every year these animals are dissected, infected, injected, gassed, burned, and blinded without giving any kind of anesthetic or painkiller. And this happens in laboratories hidden all over the world. After experiments, these animals are viciously killed when they are no longer needed or used. In the attempt to recreate human diseases, the animals are surgically manipulated, infected with viruses, genetically modified, and given cancer. After this, these animals are purposefully tormented, starved, brain damaged, deprived of sleep, given electric shock to see how it would affect their behavior. Other animals are poisoned to death, tested to test for the safety of agriculture and industrial chemicals, food additives, household cleaning supplies, and cosmetics. I understand that some of you may say, well, a lot of this seems pretty necessary, but the truth is that none of it is necessary at all. Scientists now have many alternatives, such as leftover skin from surgeries, or stem cells, human models, and many other substitutes that they could use in place of the animals. I personally believe that these products could be tested on criminals who are on death row and about to be executed, or just criminals that aren't coming out of jail at all. But in the world today, too many of us are oblivious to the suffering inflicted on these animals for our own selfish needs. What many citizens don't know is that their taxes, charitable donations, and by obtaining consumer products that a large percentage of their money is going to the support of animal testing. The largest fund that goes to these labs are by grants given by the government agencies or technical government communities. In 2009, the NIH spent $29 billion towards animal research and development. Among charities that assist animal research is March of Dimes, the American Lung Association, and the American Cancer Society. Many of us are animal lovers who either don't know or would rather not know of the misery portrayed on countless creatures. In order to meet their desires, animal testing is an issue that scientists intend to continue into the future. But with our help and many others, one thing we can do to stop animal testing and make a stand against this statement is to quit purchasing products tested on animals. For those of you that don't know how to tell, simply read the labels on any of the products that you're getting, and it'll either tell you whether or not it used animal testing. But you have to watch out, because some of them will tell you that they'll use little hints such as the finished product wasn't tested on animals. But what that really is telling you is that every product up until that last stage was tested on animals. Also, if you go to the PETA website, it'll give you a list of products that it did or did not use animal testing on. Or when you go to the PETA website, you can sign up for petitions to say that you're against it, or stop donating to those charities. To wrap up my speech over animal testing, I hope that I've opened your eyes to this cruel issue, and that we put on these creatures for our own selfish benefit. I hope to have convinced you to take a stance against these animals. This subject is not something to be taken lightly. If scientists have taken us this far, they are capable of finding new ways to do this research without suffering innocent animals. Knowing what you know now, would you want your sweet little pet to be put through all of this? Having a caring heart is a major part of being able to stop animal testing. Animals are people too, and they deserve to live their lives to the fullest. I suggest that the government put an end to animal testing to create a happier and safer world for all of us. So now I ask you, are you going to stop and save these lives of these loving creatures?